Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bam. Okay. So we're underway. Canuck versus Razorblade International. This is going to be a good game. I know both of these teams have played in the Amateur Dota 2 League for Season 2, and I think both of them are actually in the Invitational. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me. But yeah, both really good teams. Both been around for a while, and I'm anticipating a great series here. Perhaps a 1-on-1. Could be. Could be. We'll see. Actually, neither of them are in the Invitational. Look at that. Alright, so I'm completely wrong. Just like over the top wrong. Like incredible, insane wrongness all over the place here. But yeah. Anyways, we are into the game though. I'm looking forward to this, and I really can't wait to get this underway. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. So, Razorblade in Canuck. And yeah, looking at the first couple bands here. We'll see them come out in just a second. Now we were we were talking about all the ridiculous tags that were going on with Razer in the lobby. They were joking about how they thought it made them look official when they had more tags in their name. Over here, you might have spotted this person in the lobby. Had themselves tagged as HyperX Liquid Way Too Sexy. This is not Way Too Sexy. This is just somebody using the name. So, just having a little bit of fun. You know what? I shouldn't say that it's not Way Too Sexy. I haven't confirmed that. I don't know. Could be Way Too Sexy. I don't think it is, though. Yeah, I didn't actually bother to check the profile because that would have screwed up the fact that I had the lobby present on the stream. So, whatever, man. First couple bands looking a little bit weird. The Nyx, understandable, but the Naga Siren and the Lich, those are two bands that I think I've ever seen first band out. A little bit odd. This could be something around how they want to play a strategy, though, because Naga Siren is really, really good at shutting down some hard initiators, like for example, say like Faceless Void, or who else? Like, you know, Earthshaker or Spectre, even. Like, all those heroes are really, really easy to shut down because as soon as you get in trouble, the Naga can just pop off the Song of the Siren, and you know, you just walk yourselves out of it. Your entire team can just TP out. So it could be the reason behind the ban, but we'll see. They do pick up an Invoker first, as he's been pretty much high priority pick to everybody recently, from pros to amateurs. Everybody loving the Invoker, so I guess it makes sense. We'll see in a moment, but
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Anyways, getting into the game. Lycan was the other ban out from Canuck, so looking a little bit more, looking like a little bit more standard bans on their side, which is yeah, nothing too surprising there. Now they're looking to pick up their first two pickups here, and dipping into the reserve time to do so. Not entirely sure of what they're going for yet, but we'll see them come out in a moment. There's this is always the conundrum with the second pick, is the fact that when you get the second pick, you get the only two picks that are completely uninterrupted, meaning that the other team doesn't get a pick or a ban in between them. And so this is your time to pick up those combo heroes. However, there are still a lot of strong heroes in the pool that people might want to grab. Now, they're going to grab the Ancient Apparition right off the bat. We might see them pick somebody else up. You know, Ancient Apparition is really versatile and works with pretty much any support, so you don't really have to, you know, you don't really have to pick to go along with him. But there's a lot of strong heroes in the pool still that we could be looking at here. Yeah, not sure. Not sure. We'll see. Niche Prophet's still available, and they banned out the Lycan, so that Prophet may not be a pickup this game. But you know, it's always there. Dazzle also in the pool has been seeing a lot of play lately. He's really strong. Doom as well, very, very, very strong. Does things. He gains strength. He dooms people up, destroys their lives, their families, their homes. Doesn't give a shit. And yeah, they do grab a Dark Seer. That's interesting. Alright, so with the Naga banned out, they're going to take advantage of that themselves. And, well, I mean, Naga works well with the Dark Seer, sort of. Not as much anymore, but that used to be a prime combo. But the Dark Seer and the Ancient Apparition on the same team, we could be looking at some serious AoE Wombo combo age. So we'll have to keep an eye on their picks here, because Lich was banned out as well. But there are a lot of heroes that do a lot of AoE damage. I mean, we can still be looking at a Puck, we can still be looking at an OD, we could be looking at Tiny, Tidehunter, freaking Earthshaker, whatever you want, really. That I mean, the Darkseer and the Ancient Apparition are going to cause a lot of havoc in and of themselves. So whatever you add on top of there is just gravy. So we'll see what comes out of it. But the Vengeful Spirit picked up by Razorblade. Now this is a good pick for this situation, I believe. It's a very disruptive pick for heavy initiating lineups because you can either get their initiator out of your face with the stun, or you can pull, your valuable heroes out of an initiation with the swap. So lots of versatility there with that hero, and I feel it'll work out well for them, but it all depends. Magnus, the other hero that I didn't really mention for Kotohue there, but we'll see. Zeus banned out from Razorblade Int, trying to shut down that global strategy because the AA, Nature's Prophet, and Zeus on the board, you can be facing a lot of trouble. So we'll see, but I think they're safely eliminating that potential right now. Slark banned out by Kotohue, not wanting to deal with that silly little fish. And Slark does really well with locking down Darkseer as well because you can't really surge out of that leash. I mean, once that leash goes down, you gotta be really smart about playing into Darkseer too in that matchup. Like, you can survive that, but you basically just have to sit there and just auto attack the Slark back. It's not going to do much, but it's whatever you can do while you're stuck in that leash. And then the second it wears off, then you surge and run. If you wait to surge during your cast time for the surge, he's going to leap on you and you're fucked. So you really need to play it smart. Now Luna banned out for Razorblade. Another great hero for those AoE compositions. I have a feeling we're going to see a Sven. I just feel it in my bones. I think it's going to be a Crystal Maiden and a Sven for Kotohue. Because those two heroes synergize really, really well together. On top of the AA, they synergize even better. And on top of this freaking vacuum wombo combo, I mean, late game, he'll just be critting the entire team to death. I think I want to see a Sven here. He's a really strong pickup now with that huge armor buff. What does he have, like 7 armor at level 1 now? It's absolutely insane. He doesn't take any damage. I mean, he's got more armor than Bristle at level 1, which, I mean, isn't saying much because Bristle is a strength hero, but, I mean, he has the highest strength in the game. Or, not the highest strength, highest armor in the game at level 1. Now, a little more disruptive picks on the side of Razorblade Int. They grab themselves the Bristleback and the Shadow Shaman, so some control, some obnoxiousness, some of that front line that the Bristleback offers you, and Clockwork and the Lion available in Kotohue. Now, I'm still looking at this really, really insanely nasty team fight that Kotohue has going on. I mean, if you get a really good combo off, their perfect team fight right now, their perfect team fight is hook shot on one person, cogs go down, Darkseer walks in, vacuums everybody into the cogs, Lion zaps, and Ancient Apparition throws an ultimate. Now that's probably not going to happen at all this game. It's like a 1 in a million chance, but if any of those steps combine at all, if a couple people are in cogs and a Finger of Death goes out, or if a vacuum comes in and a Finger of Death hits, or, Ancient Apparition catches a lot of people with his ultimate, and then Clockwork catches one, there's a lot of potential to make teamfights happen in their favor right now. And Razorblade Int does have a good lineup for disrupting that. The fact that Bristleback's really tanky, you can drop Serpent Wards in the middle of a team fight to kind of break it up a little, and those won't be affected by any of the abilities from Kotohue. And Invoker, of course, can throw out his Deafening Blast. Vengeful Spirit really good at avoiding that initiation and stuff. So I think it's really going to be on execution here. Both these lineups looking to have their own strengths. Now the Sniper pickup, not entirely sure about. I think Sniper's a great hero now. I think he's got a lot of that range to him, and he can be worth a lot in a game. But just the fact that he's really weak, he doesn't do that much AoE. Is I think the problem here. He doesn't really contribute to their game plan in general. I really, really would have liked to see a Sven. It would have just worked out so well for him. But we'll see how this works out. Alright, so introducing your teams here. Over on the side of Razorblade International, we've got Crumblin' Pitbull going to be playing up that Invoker. Looks like they're all going together for a gank, but he'll be heading towards that mid lane. Bristleback, played by God. He's heading up there as well. Is this going to be an aggro try? Might be, actually. We've got Svencreed going to be playing up on that Vengeful Spirit. Over on the Shadow Shaman, we've got Aeon. And on the Silencer, A1. Down on the Radiant side here for Team Kotohue, we've got Lodi going to be taking up that Sniper. Way Too Sexy. Not the Way Too Sexy. Could be the Way Too Sexy. Don't think it's the Way Too Sexy. Going to be playing up on that Lion. Kenzie going to be taking up that Ancient Apparition. Nobody else in spawn. My camera work is off. Trime 2 going to be taking up that Darkseer on the top lane, and Forked going to be taking up the mid lane Clockwork. Now, I was paying a lot of attention to how their lineup was going to work out in team fights, but didn't actually talk about the laning phase much, and it is going to be Clockwork mid, which I think works out well, but this aggro try is going to be really nasty, and I mean, you got Shackles, you got stunned, you're holding somebody down for like 15 seconds at level 1. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but you got a lot of control there. And then the Bristleback just spraying off the Quills, in combination with the fact that Vengeful Spirit will be throwing out the Wave of Terror as well. So I think there's going to be a lot of heroes dying really, really quick. And I mean, these are two supports that can turn fights around pretty decently. I mean, if you get a good Earth Spike off with in combination with a Chilling Touch, you can do some damage. And I mean, if these heroes are left unchecked, throwing out those auto attacks with Chilling Touch on, I think they do have the potential to turn some kills back around. But they're never going to not lose somebody in an engagement. I mean, the Venge and the Shadow Shaman are just going to make sure of that. There's no question about it. Up in that mid lane, I mean, Clockwork and Invoker are going to trade pretty evenly. They're just kind of going to go back and forth, do their own thing. Clockwork can survive this, and if he gets in trouble, he can just back up and Rocket Flare. I don't know if... I mean, unless Clockwork catches himself really far out of position, I don't imagine that Invoker is going to be shutting him down much. Up in the top lane, Darkseer versus Silencer. I mean, yeah, this isn't going to be too big a deal for either hero. Darkseer is just going to sit back, throw Ion Shell, and Silencer is just going to use his glaives to clear out whatever creep has the Ion Shell on it. So I think Silencer should be fine up in this top lane, but we'll have to keep an eye on him. Anyways, down here, this is the lane we're going to want to look at because, like I said, anything can just break out at any second here. I mean, if the Shackles go down on anybody, they could be in a lot of trouble, and Respect just spraying out the Quills for now. And I think level 2 is going to be go time for both of these teams. You're going to have the minus armor from Wave of Terror. You're also going to have the Viscous Nasal Goo and the Hex available on this side. Meanwhile, for Kodo Hue, they've got the... they might go Cold Feet. We'll see instead if they go for the Chilling Vortex. But I think they'll probably go Cold Feet because Lion can hold somebody down for a long time and proc that Cold Feet off. And then Sniper will just have his headshot. So I think both teams have a really strong level 2, but we'll have to see how it works out. We got a Smoke Gang coming into mid lane instead, so nothing going down on that bottom lane for now. Clockwork popped off those cogs really early trying to harass out the Invoker. So he could be in a lot of trouble if they do get up onto his biscuits here. Now, Shadow moved really far forward. Doesn't actually pop off the smoke, though, as the Clockwork was backing away. Oh, Jesus. First blood onto the tower for the Darkseer, and he does manage to escape with like 30 plus health. So, wasn't expecting that. But I guess Silencer is a little bit squishy, so if you get that surge off, you can run in there and cause some trouble. Now, actually, both sets of supports up in the mid lane now, and the Dire Side support's going to be spotted out here as the Ancient Apparition and the Lion move in towards the mid lane. And the Clockwork has himself an Invis Rune, so he may be able to catch out the Invoker. He does catch him with one creep, he's going to be sharing the procs off, but yeah, the Invoker drops. That is second blood as the Darkseer grabbed first up in the top lane by himself. So 2 kills up on Kodo Hue already, and what I thought was a lot stronger laning setup for Razorblade Int has not turned out as such. I mean, the rotations were what made the difference in that kill there, but definitely could have been trouble. Yeah, if he did catch the one creep, which meant that if those supports were not there, the Invoker would have been able to share all those battery assault procs with the creep and would have been fine himself. So, yeah. His Darkseer got his Soul Ring, so he has pretty much infinite stay in this lane. Yeah, Silencer just going to be trying to make his... just going to try to survive that early little bit, and like I said, he's just got to throw those glaives at those Ion Shell creeps and just really eliminate them quick, because if he gets those creeps under his tower is when he's really going to be vulnerable. So he just needs to make sure that the lane is kept a little bit further up than it is, and even if it costs him some mana, at least he keeps the Darkseer at bay. You got some stacking and pulling going down here by the Lion, just going to pull the creep wave back underneath the tower. So Bristle not feeling too confident in his chances to survive up that far ahead. He's going to back himself away as the supports are rotating out again with another smoke. The Clockwork does have a double damage rune and is halfway to 6, so I mean if he... so I don't think... He might be playing a little bit aggressive because of this. I mean, if he can get up into Invoker's face and cause some trouble, could be. Oh man, this is bad for him. This is really bad for him. He might even lose to this Invoker before anything happens, but he does actually get the kill. Not fast enough, and the creeps didn't contribute enough, and now the support's rotating in. They do clean up the Clockwork, but he did snag himself a kill on that Invoker to begin with, so 3-1. Clockwork, the first casualty to Razorblade International, but he does now have Hookshot, and coming out of spawn with that Hookshot off, I can almost guarantee he's going to go to a side lane and just try to pick himself off a free kill, because, I mean, that immediate level 6 is just really, really powerful. Invoker getting... Oh, maybe not. Thought he was getting donated a portal scroll, but that wasn't the case. I'm not sure why they dropped that scroll in base there, but actually he just goes back to mid. Might actually just look to hook on the Invoker. Actually, that's exactly what he's doing. Throws it, hooks to a creep, and that's down for 70 seconds. Nothing made of that. Fortunately, just a giant waste of Clockwork's mana, and he does have a bottle, but that's a minute that he does not have a way to initiate or cause any trouble. Now, we do have another smoke gang coming out here. Lion in the Ancient Apparition looking for trouble on this Invoker, and Clock's going to get up in his face and see if he can get a Cogs off, and if he can, then Invoker's as good as dead, but Invoker's wisening up. He's staying nice and careful, backing himself up, and D-Ward coming out by the other supports, so this is kind of an odd tri-lane. Like, I expected a lot of action to be going back and forth between both lanes, but it's just been all the supports moving around the map and leaving the Sniper and the Bristleback to each other, you know, to just kind of deal with each other. He is still looking for room to catch this Invoker, and no, Cog's not going to find him, and I think they're going to leave that. Haste Rune spotted out there, and Clockwork should be able to go grab that. No problemo. Cleans up those creeps, backs himself up, and pop out that bottle charge, and then head up to grab that Haste Rune. Here's AA. Moving up towards top. I don't know if he's going to be able to do much. The Lion, or the Clockwork is there with him. Clock actually does have a Hookshot back up now, and a Haste Rune, so I think, actually, no, they're going to find Invoker for sure. With the Lion there, they're just going to be looking for it. And the second a Hookshot, nope. So the second a Hookshot lands, but yeah, no Hookshots landing today. Invoker walks out of that just fine, and Clockwork is a sad panda. And I probably could have popped off that Haste Rune and just gone for it, because Invoker didn't see what rune he had. And I think he's actually checking the rune himself. Yeah. No, he's just coming down to gank, but yeah, he didn't see that rune, so I think that Clockwork, if after he missed his hookshot, he just ran in with a haste, I don't know if Invoker would have expected it. We'll see. But Invoker is down there now, and there are pings coming out from the Radiant side, but I don't think they actually know he's there. There are no wards in the river, as that did get de-warded, and these are all dire wards here, so I think Invoker is not spotted as of now. Smoke popped off, and now looking around in the trees for some action. The ward gets popped off, but it's not going to mean much now. They're going to find the Ancient Apparition. The Forge Spirit pops off. Lion's going to be dead for sure. He pops himself into the trees. Global Silence goes off just to ensure that they can make that happen, but I don't know. Clockwork in the midst of all this. Got that Haste Rune activated. He just pops off some cogs and walks away. Cold Feet up onto the up on the Invoker. Now a vacuum in. Not going to do much for now. Clockwork going to run her up. Try to finish off the Invoker. He will get that kill. Meanwhile, down here, Bristleback chasing in. Will finish off the Bristleback underneath the tower, spraying off the quills. But a hookshot catches out the Bristleback, and a solo Cogs is going to mean the death of him. Now looking towards the Shadow Shaman to walk himself a little bit too far forward. Now getting caught out, auto-attacked up, another couple of headshots, and he's going to be toast. He hooks himself inside the trees, but Vision given off with that Rocket Flare, and the Sniper finishes that off. 6-3 the kill score now, and it looked like a 3-for-1 engagement there. Razorblade didn't look like they had the jump on him, and finished off that Lion really quick. Actually, Lion died too, so it was a 3-for-2. But, yeah, Lion died really quickly on, and just ended up turning into an extended engagement where Koda Hui was able to outmaneuver him with that Haste Rune and just catch out those slow heroes that were lagging behind. Invis Rune going to be found out by that Clockwork there. They know that's on the board, though, so I have a feeling this Invoker will be playing a little bit more carefully right now. He's going to back himself up underneath the tower. He's got Cold Snap and Forge Spirits ready for when this Clock jumps on him. And there's a creep inside those cogs already, so Clockwork might actually be in some trouble here as the Cold Snap goes out on him. Battery Assault dishing out a little bit of damage, but yeah, Clock's going to have to run himself away. He's dropping really low, and we might see a Sunstrike follow this up. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Where's he going? Where's he going? No, he's bottled up. He's fine. Alright, looking towards the last hits and denies. The Silencer, despite that early kill, he's still doing alright. He's got 40 last hits sitting at the top of the board, and he's on a good path to his mechanism now. We got a hook shot in on the mid lane. Clockwork gets the Invoker, but a lot of creeps in these cogs yet again, and Clockwork is actually going to fall. Cold Feet is going to proc onto the Invoker, but it's not going to mean anything as he just walks himself away with that Ghost Walk. So, yeah, Invoker gets another kill as Clockwork needs to pick his hooks just a little bit better. And, I mean, if you got a creep standing here, and the Invoker's here, you kind of just have to walk back up this way before setting off those cogs so you can catch somebody. Now, meanwhile, I'm talking about that. We missed a kill down on the bottom lane. The Shadow Shaman getting caught out by that sniper there, and now vacuum back onto the Bristleback, but he just turns around and kills Lion, and he's going to walk himself away from that, no problemo. And even turns the aggression back around, throwing out some viscous nasal goo, and then retreating back to his tower. But, yeah, a little bit sloppy there by the Lion. He should definitely not have been up that far, and gets himself caught out. 7-5 the kill score now. Kotohue is still in the lead, but I think Razorblade in still has a great chance to come back in this. Sniper now up on the offlane, just trying to farm up whatever he can. He's sitting at the second highest CS, 38 and 18, and 36 on Clockwork, 34 on the Darkseer, 33 on Invoker, and 31 on Bristle. So everybody pretty much within a similar spectrum here, and although it looks like the Radiant side is a little further ahead, I mean they're all pretty reasonably close. Down on the bottom here, Bristol Shadow Shaman pushing up a little bit. There's that obnoxious Ion Shell coming in. As looks like the lanes have pretty much completely rotated now, and yeah, Darkseer able to hold out this lane for now, keep it away from the tower, keep it away from where Shadow Shaman can start dropping wards and causing a lot of trouble. Shadow Shaman not level 6 yet, but will be soon. Venge just chilling in mid, doesn't have a swap or anything, just looking to see if she can find herself an opportunity, maybe help out the Invoker if he gets hooked, but I don't know if that's, yeah, that's not a problem right now. 25 seconds down to that hook shot. Another TP in towards mid, Shadow Shaman there as well. So they might be looking to try to make a fight out of this, but they don't really have any way to get into the fight. And it will be nighttime in about 10 seconds, so they're going to have a little bit more shadows to play with. But for now, they're just playing it nice and passive, just hanging out where they can, and hoping that the initiation comes out on Invoker. But Clockwork is waiting up here for the rune, and if you find... I think he's actually going to go for it. Might be able to find out this Invoker, and he does. He gets the hookshot off, only manages to grab one creep this time, and it does die instantly. And with the Ice Blast, I think they're going to finish off Invoker. Oh, he gets the Ghost Walk off, will walk away. Now, oh man, he does fall on the back end of that. Ancient Apparition gets him with the ticks from the Ice Blast, and no, Shadow Shaman not able to make a big enough impact there, and loses his Invoker. So 8-5 the kills, and I think AA walked away with that. Yeah, AA got that with the Ice Blast, so sitting pretty. On the bottom there is an Nimbus rune waiting to be claimed. Clockwork knows there's a rune there, but we'll see if he chooses to go get it in a moment. Now we do have an almost completed mech on both sides. Wait, what? What the hell is this build? What? I think this might have been a mistake. Did he need to buy a buckler and just bought an extra headdress instead? What? The auras don't stack. I mean, maybe he's going for a mech and a pipe, but why would you buy two of those right off the bat? I don't know. Sniper trying to make some of this as the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast comes in. They are going to finish off the Silencer, but Sniper does drop in the meantime. Clockwork there, looking for action on the Invoker, who's going to get caught out for sure. He drops, and so 2-for-1 engagement up there. Good rotations from Kotohue. They make their way into that and really change the pace of that fight. In the bottom lane, Lion left alone for now to deal with the Bristleback, hold him off the tower, and meanwhile Kotohue is going to push in on the tier 1. There were some pings coming up. Are they? They're all kind of just dancing around, unsure of what to do. We'll see. Yeah, they're moving up here. They're going to start whacking away on this tower. Avenger's sitting in the wing waiting to try to make her mark on this fight, but she can't do much without some support, and there is a Fortify available. We'll see if they do choose to fort and TP. Mechanism now up on the Darkseer, so they've got that extra tank ability available to them, and I think this tower is going to go down for sure. I mean, the Shadow Shaman's running his way up there, but what's Shadow Shaman going to do in the midst of all this? Fortify does come out. We got a TP from the Invoker and the Silencer. So they are actually looking to fight this. They're probably going to get a deny out of this. Ice Blast going to come in, not going to hit, well, it catches the Silencer, but that's going to be about it. Now everybody's splitting up, running away like in a Scooby-Doo movie, and they're going to get themselves out of this just fine, I believe, unless they choose to like re-engage. Oh my god, this Shadow Shaman's so low. Almost died to a Rocket Flare. Not the case. Now they're going to turn it back around, and some CC coming out. We got a hook shot in from the Clockwork, but he gets eaten up by a lot of nukes. Last word, and the Curse of Silent going out on him, and he might actually fall here as the last. Oh, maybe. Sunstrike not going to hit, and now the Bristleback in the midst of all this, causing a lot of problems here. Spraying out the quills, doing what he can. Meanwhile, Sniper takes the middle tower, and I think Kodohei came out of that alright. They got themselves the kill on the Vengeful. Did the tower get denied? Yeah, the tower was denied, but it still went down nonetheless. Now this engagement continuing. Everybody's trying to take their shots wherever they can, and everybody's so low. AA needs that Ice Blast up right now, but it's not going to happen. And, yeah. Oh, wait, what? AA died? Well, finished him off. Oh, he must have had Curse the Silent on him, because I watched Last Word pop off, and I watched his health chunk down, and I was like, oh, okay, he's safe, and then he just died. So I think he still had Curse the Silent on him after the fact, and ended up dropping. It's really unfortunate. Well, fortunate for him. Fortunate for us, we get to see hilarious kills. So Sniper did manage to grab himself a tier 1 and all of that, so 2 towers going down for Razorblade, and Kodohei got themselves a decent position in this game, up ahead 4 kills, and doing alright as they come out of the laning phase. Curious to see what the... Okay, so he did sell that extra headdress and bought a buckler, now has a mechanism, so Silencer definitely just completely goofed on his items, and I guess he just had the extra headdress sitting around because he was like, well, fuck it, it's stats for a little while at least, and gets rid of it now, gets his mechanism up. So similarly timed mechanisms up on both the Darks here and the Silencer. But in the midst of all that chaos, Silencer dropped pretty darn low in his last hit. Well, it didn't drop lower because, I mean, you can't lose last hits, but the Sniper jumped back ahead, and the Darks here and the Sniper both sitting atop that Silencer on the CS charts. Sniper sitting right at the top of that, and he's got himself some items. Curious to see what he's going to build out of this, because he's got a Yash and a Mithril Hammer, so we might be seeing like BKB perhaps, but also maybe Manta, but also maybe something else, I don't know. I've seen a lot of snipers building up 4 staffs lately because it's just really good for mobility, getting yourself out of those positions that you can't normally get out of, and it really addresses Sniper's weakness, and you don't need a ton of damage in the mid game because Headshot contributes so much that contributing a little bit of extra gold to that item is not a big deal for him, but who knows, we'll see. Oh man, they get a hook shot in the Bristleback. They're going to get him inside the cogs. The Ace Blast is going to fly in, but it actually gets cancelled off as the silence comes out, and Bristleback is going to fall, but the Clockwork dies in return. Now we got a good back in, double impale, actually triple impale, and now with the Finger of Death, they're going to finish off the Vengeful Spirit. Now the wall goes down, it's dishing out a lot of damage. Snipe going to come in, not going to finish off the Silencer. He's going to walk away with only a handful of health. Invoker trying to fight it up, but he cannot stand the burst. He falls as well. 4 heroes down. Clockwork, the only casualty on the side of Kodohei. And now they're going to push it on this tower, and they definitely have room to do so. Take themselves 4 kills, and could have easily taken a 5th if that Silencer had taken another auto attack or 2. Now, Serpent Wards are here to defend this, but with Shrapnel down and the Sniper plinking away from long distance, he's going to be able to pick himself all that free gold up from those Serpent Wards. And Venge TP'd in to try to hold this off, but I mean, Sniper can attack from further out than the tower range, so he can really just cause a lot of grief to the enemy team right now. They're not going to decide to commit, fearing that counter initiation that Venge is waiting in the wing there. She's got that swap, so just going to leave it for now, back themselves up, play a little safe. Clockwork now back up to mid lane. Looks like it's just going to rush straight to an Aghanims. Generally, as Clock, I like to build at least one mid-game item, whether that be a Blade Mail or a Drum of Endurance or Mechanism or something along those lines, and then I go into the Ags. But just going Bracer straight into Ags, and I mean, he's been getting the gold, he's been getting the kills, so I think it's not a terrible idea, but yeah, he's still about 1,700 gold off of that. The bottom tier 1 on the Radiant side, feeling some pressure. They don't have Fortify, and I don't think anybody's going to TP for this, so instead they pick up the mid tier 2, and they're just going to try to trade for whatever damage they can get off. Bottom tier 1 falls, and Razorblade in, pick themselves up their first tower of this game.
Dire's middle tower.
The Sniper's starting to plink away at that tower, but feels a little bit unsafe and walks himself back away. Now we got pings coming out on the bottom tier 2 as Kodohei is under the impression that Razorblade Int is going to keep pushing, and right they are as the Invoker charges forward, hitting up those Forge Spirits, and dishing out whatever damage she can to that creep wave, trying to get this wave pushed up. And we got all 5 members here. They have Serpent Wards. They do have Serpent Wards, so they can commit to this tower pretty hard if they want to. Now we'll see if those wards do go down or not. Lion is waiting in the wing. He's just looking for some space to get in on this, and Pink's coming out. Kodaway is starting to feel the pressure now. They do have a decent ability to initiate this here. But with the Ice Blast going out, the hookshot in on Invoker, and the Serpent Wards are going to drop this Clockwork. And oh my god, he'd get blown up really quickly, but a great wall vacuum is going to mean a lot of damage out onto Razorblade International. Now, the Darkseer in the midst of all this picks up a kill on the Shadow Shaman, trying to run himself away, but actually gets finished off by the Bristleback on the back lines. So 2 down for 3 right now, and the Bristle is showing no signs of stopping. Looking to see if he can pick off that Ancient Apparition, but the Impale misses, and he's going to walk himself away from that just for now. And meanwhile, mid tower goes down to the Sniper. He's just split pushing like a boss. He's actually going for Desolator right now. That's what the Mithril Hammer was for. And so Yasha Mithril Hammer, that is a great pushing build. Chips off that armor off the tower. Nice Blast is going to come in, hits on the Silencer. Might actually finish him off. I don't know. We got a Hex out onto the Bristleback right now. And Sniper moving forward, going to try to finish him off. The line does fall though. And so they do trade the line for the Bristleback, which I do think is a fair engagement. Now, Sniper popping off those... Oh man. He gets eaten up by a Sunstrike. It might actually fall here. And, oh man, the nukes are coming out. Last word is up. He's going to fall for sure. Sniper drops, and what a great Sunstrike to catch him out in what otherwise might have been a death for the Silencer. I mean, Sniper doesn't have tread, so he wasn't able to get that little bit of extra mana out to get off his Assassinate. But even so, he does fall. Sniper 5-2-5 right now, and he's got himself his full Desolator, 1,200 gold in the bank, so he's looking towards some serious item edge as we head into the mid game here. Well, not many people doing very well on Razorblade's side. I mean, we're just about to finish up a 4-staff on this Invoker, which I mean, he should be doing a lot better than that. But 276 right now. And looking at the net worth, we've got about oh man.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright. So yeah, 21 minutes, 50 seconds, 19 to 12. And now, Razorblade looking to push again. Clockwork comes in with a hookshot, only catches a couple Forge Spirits, and we'll leave that out for now. We do have the Chilling Touch up on 3 heroes, and they look like they're ready to fight this, but I mean, the Clockwork doesn't get the hook he wants, and he's going to have his ulti on cooldown for quite a while. He's about 300 gold away from his Aghanims right now, so he's looking for... he really wants to finish that off, and when he does, he's going to become a million times more effective. But, yeah. Invoker running around with an Invis here. They don't know he's there, so, I mean, he can spot some stuff out. Cold Snap is ready and waiting, but... no one in position to really help him. Bottom tier 1 going to drop to creeps, and so no tier 1s left remaining for Razorblade. Now an engagement coming out on the mid lane. Cold Snap is up on the Silencer, dishing out whatever damage you can. Sunstrike comes out, but it doesn't even matter. He drops really quickly with the addition of that last word. And now, oh my god, Darkseer, great vacuum into wall with the Ice Blast coming in. He's dishing out tons of damage, but is it going to be enough? The Lion now trying to make it happen with some auto attacks. He does catch out the Invoker, and the Vengeful Spirit going to finish that off. Turns around, throws out a Finger of Death onto the Bristleback. He's going to try to hobble himself away from this, but he gets hexed up. Are they going to be able to finish him off? Chasing him up right now. The Battery Assault is close to proccing on him. The last word is up on the Clockwork, but I don't think it's going to matter. Bristleback is going to fall. Silencer, the only person left, and if he gets himself a little bit too far forward, he may fall as well, but he backs himself away. Going to walk back towards that tier 2 tower. Lion now sitting on 2,700 gold. I'm curious to see what he's going to go for. He can just pick up a Blink Dagger right now if he wants it, but who knows, maybe we'll see him go for that Aghanims. They do have that kind of like AoE wombo, and he does go for the Blink Dagger. And Aghanims is up on Clockwork, so he's got the unlimited hooks right now. We saw him throw out a couple in the midst of that fight, looking for some action. And Kodaway really picking themselves up an early advantage. If we check the graphs right now, you can see we're getting close to that 10,000 mark in gold, and just crossed it in terms of XP. So Kodaway definitely ahead this game, and it's really going to be on Razorblade to take it back. Now, I do think they do have a little bit of a better late game. The Invoker, the Bristleback, and the Silencer can really stack up in the late game, and you know, they've got that capability on them, but it's really going to be a matter of finding room to get the get that carry capability going. because right now they're severely outgolded. Silencer not farming too well. I mean, he's got the gold for a 4-staff right now. He should be picking that up soon, if that is indeed what he's going for. Maybe he's going for a straight Ags. We'll see what the choice is, but Invoker as well. He can cause a lot of damage in the right circumstances, but he hasn't been doing too well himself. 2 and 8. And the Bristleback, he's actually been doing fairly well. He's got himself a Blade Mail and a Vanguard. Power Treads 3, 4, and 5. But, you know, Bristleback can't carry alone. He's kind of just a beef stick meant to soak up as much damage as he can in lower armor and then leave it up to the rest of his team to dish out the damage. So, I think, like I said, they've got a great team for fighting later on. But, you know, it's really going to be about getting some tower gold for their supports and making fights happen in their favor, which just hasn't been happening lately. I mean, the Clockwork has been such a disruption, and that Darkseer getting perfect wallbacks every single time has been really causing a lot of trouble. And, I mean, Blink Dagger mechanism up on this Darkseer, you're going to have a hard time finishing him off and, you know, not succumbing to his incredible initiationness. Now, it looks like Razer has realized they don't want to fight quite yet, so instead they're going to try to trade towers. And I think this is the right call right now because you know, they don't fight too well at the exact precise moment. So instead they're just going to abuse their pushing power now. Magic Missile comes out on the Sniper. I think he's going to fall here. There's not much he can do. He gets hexed up and will fall. The Invoker does get that kill, and they're just going to continue on, looking to push into this base here. And I think if they trade racks for racks, it's still a better trade in their favor. Looks like Kotohue is backing up, going to TP back into their base, but I mean, Surfer Wards are down. They're chipping away at this tower. It's almost less. It's already less than half health. Now the Ice Blast is coming in. The Vacuum does catch 3, and the Impale as well. Oh my god, so much damage. The Invoker and the Shadow Shaman falling right away. In the midst of the Cogs, the Silencer will fall as well. Ice Blast still up on these two heroes, and with the Snipe, they're going to finish off the Vengeful Spirit. Now looking towards this Bristleback, but he's going to fall in a second. 5 heroes down for absolutely none, and man, Razorblade not taking a great fight there. They get initiated on hard, and Kotohue make that fight happen. That was a beautiful vacuum into stun from that Lion, the Earth Spike. And man, like I said earlier, like I was saying in the draft, I mean, if you get any combination of those abilities, I mean, it didn't have to be the Clockwork getting everybody in his cogs and then the stun coming out. I mean, all that was a vacuum on 3 heroes in here into an Earth Spike, which caught them all out. And I mean, the Ice Blast landed beforehand, which just dished out a ton of damage in and of itself, but I mean, just that combo was just so huge. These team fights are really going the way of Kotohue, and I mean, you can see it right up at the top here, 28-14. I mean, we got a doubled kill score on Kotohue, and yeah, they're really taking off with this game right now. Definitely thought that push might have made something happen, and I mean, it did knock down this tower. The Surfer Wards were working on this Rax. It has since regen, but yeah, it's just, man, pretty abysmal fight. This Invoker needs to start having Deafening Blast up all the time, because I mean, if a fight happened without him Deafening Blasting some people away and just kind of disrupting the enemy in any way whatsoever, you know, it's going to be trouble. I feel like this would have been a lot stronger Quas Wex game for him. I understand why he went Quas Exort. Oh man, Clockwork hooking into the middle of a fight that I don't think he can survive. And he force-taps himself back out. Now the Sniper actually beating down on this Bristleback. Great wall back again, catches all 5 heroes. The Shadow Shaman down already, and now they've turned it around. They're actually dishing out a lot of damage to the Darkseer, but the Silencer falls to the Sniper in the meantime. Bristleback getting caught up. Oh my god, what a fantastic stun out by the Lion. And with the Figure of Death, they're going to wipe it for 5! 5 heroes down again in exchange for the Darkseer, and these team fights just going I cannot believe it. Kotohue just making these fights happen their way, just how they want it every single time. And that Clockwork initiation looked questionable at the first time, but I mean, he managed to force-staff himself away, and bam, Darkseer jumps back in and gets a kill. Crazy, absolutely crazy.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Now looking towards this bottom tier 3. I don't know if they're going to pursue this. The Sniper might, as he throws out the shrapnel and starts dishing out the damage, but he's going to get shooed away pretty quickly as the supports walk forward. Anyways, now looking towards Roshan. The Clockwork's waiting here, and he's going to start tanking it up. I don't know if they have the ability to do this. It's just 2 of them, and both of them, neither of them can really tank it up. I mean, Clockwork could like continually stun it up with the chain, maybe? Yeah. I don't know if they can be doing this. Yeah, they realize it. They back themselves away. But Black King Bar up on this Sniper right now. He's hitting for about 200 damage, and he's got that Desolate. Oh, Sunstrike, not going to hit. As he turns around to farm neutrals. Man, oh man. Ice Blast going to fly up on the top lane. Going to hit on a couple, but just going to be a minor hindrance. Pain in their asses. And we got a full Aghanims on Ancient Apparition. That's actually going to dish out a lot more damage. But yeah, I actually find it really funny how Bristleback works. With a global ability like this or Doom or something, you can actually just like turn your back to where the person is on the map, and you still get the damage reduction. So like if Ancient Apparition is in his spawn and you're over here, you just face that way and you get the damage reduction. Yeah. Pretty interesting. But yeah, back to the point I was making before that fight. I think Invoker would have been much better off doing Quas Wex this game. Quas Exort is good with the lineup because they have a lot of stuns and they were trying to go for an aggressive tri-land. Like, I mean, you get the Shadow Shaman Shackle, you drop a Sunstrike on it, and you have a lot of, I mean, you have kill potential, but I think at the same time, it really hinders your mid-game fight, and oh my god, the hook in by the Clockwork, and they pop off that Global Silence. Now trying to turn around on the Clockwork, but I mean the Darkseer's in the middle of all this. Pops off the Shiva's Guard. He's taking up a lot of damage himself. Look at this. They can't do any damage to him. The Serpent Wards with the fully channeled Shackle, and just can't finish him off. And 33 to 15. Initiation. Nothing comes over. Oh my god, hook shot. They catch out the Shadow Shaman on the retreat. What a hook, man. Such long distance. They do manage to make it happen. Now the AALT comes in. Might actually kill off this Vengeful Spirit, as it's going to tick for a really, really long time because of that Aghanims upgrade. We'll see if it does manage to finish off. I don't know if it will, actually. Might not be enough damage. He's back in spawn. Yeah, it's not gonna kill her. It was pretty close, though. If she had like 2 or 3 more ticks. Hookshot isn't gonna miss. Not gonna be much. And looking for high ground. Coda Way, popping the way up there. Shrapnel is up on the buildings, and Clockwork misses another hook. Doesn't give a damn, because I mean he's got all he needs right now. Where is he? Where's that? Oh, there he is. I'm looking at the Ion Shell, and I just thought that was Darkseer. I'm like, why are there 2 Darkseers? Yeah, no. He's doing alright. Now they're looking towards Roshan. They got 5 heroes this time, so they can actually do it. Lion with the best blink in the world. He ends up on top of the cliff, and maybe that was intentional? Maybe? Let's sit up there and guard his team. We'll see. I don't think so. Ice Blast going to pop in. Probably definitely going to let them know where they are. And the pings are coming out from the Invoker. They know they're in the Roche Pit, but are they going to contest is the question. The Sunstrike comes in. You're going to actually miss everything in the Roche Pit. And looks like they want to make this happen, and they might. Roche is not dying very quick. And Tornado going to fly in. Are they going to make it happen? Try and Roche really, really low. It's going to die. Oh my god. Oh my god, we got a Snatch of the Aegis from the Invoker. He's going to drop almost instantly, but oh my god, a wall back up onto the cliff. They catch everybody out. The Lion blinks up there, gets a great impale out on 3. Oh my god, the Finger of Death going to finish off the Vengeful Spirit, and now looking for that Bristleback. Stuck up there on the cliff, and he's going to drop for sure. Oh my god, the Invoker, the only person left standing, and he's just going to ghost walk around. And Shrapnel is just going to get dropped, just trying to piss him off. And Clockwork looking for a hook, not going to find it. And wow, what an engagement there. The Invoker did manage to snatch himself the Aegis the Immortal, but did not manage to make anything of it as he died inside the pit almost instantly. And then that wall back. This Darkseer MVP, man, catching everybody from around here and just bam, right there. Then Lion blinks up aggressively, gets a Earth Spike, just catches everybody out. What a friggin' fight. What a fight. Ice Blast going to come forward, hits up on the Invoker. He's going to Ghost Walk himself away, but Shadow Shaman spawning and dying almost instantly. A couple of attacks, and that was it. That was all she wrote. Shadow Shaman drops, and looks like we're going to have it. Oh man, Snipe comes in, finishes off the Invoker, and racks are going to fall. We might even be looking at a GG here. I mean, the kill score is pretty hugely in favor. I mean, if we look at the gold graph, 15,000, 25,000, it's just off the charts right now. Razorblade is going to stay in it as they weren't able to finish off the racks, but what a fight. What a fight indeed. 4,100 gold sitting up on the Sniper. He's got himself 12 kills, 4 deaths, and 11 assists, so really just taking this game how he wants. Picks himself up the rest of his Manta style. He's still got about 1,000 gold sitting left in his inventory. The Silencer has completed his Aghanim, so he's got that extra little bit of damage on that on that Global Silence, but I mean, is it really going to be enough? I do not imagine so. Bristleback looks like he's working towards a pipe now to try to mitigate some of that magic damage from the AA and the Lion and all that, but is it too little too late? Focused a lot of his build on physical damage between the Vanguard and the Blade Mail, but now it's starting to be that the magic damage is really screwing them over. I mean, Sniper is a problem, and he needs to be dealt with, but at the same time, I mean, you need to CC the Sniper, not negate his attacks, because he's just going to shred right through you with that Desolator. And this room popped off by the Clockwork. He's looking for action. Going to see if he can find a kill out here, as they do have... Actually, no, that's not their ward. That's the Dire Ward, but yeah. Clockwork's just scouting things out. He's all alone, so I think he's a little bit wary of jumping on anybody. But if he does manage to find a support or something, he might be able to get a solo cogs off and finish that off. Sniper is up there in mid and just farming up. We got pings out from the Dire side. Looks like they want to finish him off, but Clockwork's standing right there. I mean, it's scouted out. Sniper knows he's in trouble. And are they going to realize as they walk back into range that there's an Invis guy there? Oh my god. Pops out of the cogs and now looking for the Invoker, but he does force staff himself away. Now Serpent Wards are down in the middle of all this. That Black King Bar doing work, just keeping the Clockwork alive as he just dicks around in their base. Doesn't even care what's going on. Force staff himself back out and he's totally fine. Now the Lion blinks forward, does get some action in on the Shadow Shaman. He pops almost instantly, vacuum in, and now are we going to see any more kills coming out? I think we are. Vengeful Spirit drops, Dagon up, finishes off the Silencer. Now the Invoker in the middle of all this, he comes out of Invis too quickly. He's going to get dropped here in a second. A couple auto attacks from the Sniper, and they do manage to finish off the Invoker. The only person left standing is the Bristleback. The Lion did fall from the side of Kotohue, but yeah, a couple seconds here, we will see the Bristleback fall, and Razorblade takes another full wipe. I think this is going to be GG. This is just too much, and this Darkseer, definitely the MVP. These wall of axe, insane. Look at this, 26 assists. 9 kills to himself. He's been part of 35 out of 45 of his team's kills. This is just absolutely absurd. The impact that he has had on this game has just been off the charts. And yeah, no GGs quite yet, but I mean, I find it hard to believe that they're going to be able to make a comeback in this game. I say that, but could happen. Could happen. I'm going to discount the possibility entirely, but just going to say the chances are about as likely as the Edmonton Oilers' chance to make the playoffs right now. I'm a sad Edmontonian, let me tell you.
Dyer's bottom barracks has fallen.
They take the melee racks, feeling a little bit unsafe about getting the range. Sniper just throws a couple auto attacks in and finishes it off. Now, Clockwork in the middle of all this, another wall vacuum, Shiva's Guard into Cogs, and they get 2 kills right off the bat. Vengeful is going to get herself out of this, but might actually, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, she gets herself out of that for sure. She's going to walk herself back in the fountain, and yeah, GG called out by the captain of Razorblade International, and the GG well played's come out. So, Razorblade getting a little bit outclassed in that game. Like I said, their laning phase was alright. I mean, they were pretty even trades until about 12 minutes into the game, and then Kotohue just slowly took engagement after engagement after engagement after engagement, and it eventually just turned into 5-man wipe after 5-man wipe, and that was it. This Darkseer, absolutely absurd. My hat's off to Trim2 here. He was playing out of his mind, and such good wallbacks all over the place, and they managed to secure that victory for themselves. So this is a best of 2, so we will be hopping into the next game in just a mere moment here, so stay tuned, and we will be back for game number 2 between Kotohue and Razorblade International here with the AD2L. Just stick around. It'll be 2 seconds till this lobby's up. I've been Cptn.Canuck, and I'll see you in just a moment. Cheers.